order, hearings to order. You're going to need to be sworn in. I assume it's just you that's going
Yeah.
to testify.
And Miss Wright here for the business tax receipt service.
Okay.
Raise your- Under the penalty of perjury, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Is there a particular, there's nobody here, for the record, on behalf of any of the
We-
respondents. Do you have
Yeah.
an order that you want to take these in?
We could start with 265 Argyle Court.
Okay.
Um,
Tell me about this case.
so this property at 265 Argyle Court, first of all, I would like to enter the entire packet that was submitted to you and issued to Mr. McLean on the date of service. Um,
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah, but
entered
it's-
into the record.
yes, sir.
I see some photographs here of trash and debris. When was the last time you were at the property?
It was actually last week when I took those pictures.
Okay. They have a date, at least a couple of them have a date of February 12th.
Yes. So I have been out at that property several times since before Christmas of 2025, doing inspections. Um, this property has had continuous violations, and it's the same as the pictures show there, with litter, trash, debris, appliances outside, derelict vehicles, and the like. Mr. McLean has had several times where I've gone out and made advisements to Mr. McLean about the property and about having appliances, which is a actual danger and nuisance to the city. Um, when you put an appliance out by the road for pickup, or just to have an appliance on that property, for one, you can't store it outside. For two, you're supposed to remove the doors for safety.
Right, okay. Have you spoke, is it Mr. McLean?
I believe it's Mr. McLean.
McLean?
Yes.
Have you spoke to Mr. McLean since you issued the notice of violation?
Since I've issued the notice of violation, yes. Since the notice of hearing, no, he was not available for the notice of hearing when I put it on his door.
Does he live at that address?
He does.
When did you post the notice on his?
The notice was posted on, let me get to the case here. Notice of hearing was posted February 26th.
Okay, but prior to this notice of hearing, you had conversations with him
I have.
and you explained to him what he needed to do to come into compliance?
Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, Mr. McLean has stated numerous times, please don't take me to the magistrate. I will clean it up. And throughout each talk, he'll clean up a little bit, but never really fully come into compliance. This is an ongoing case since I can remember. He never really cleans up the property in its entirety. So he left me no recourse but to bring him to them.
So is it fair to
To
say that
magistrate.
you exhausted all remedies that you could have applied for prior to requesting a hearing?
It is. Yes, sir.
All right. What are you asking for here?
The city asks that you find Mr. McLean in the property of 265 Argyle Court in violation of the violation set before him, which would be the litter, trash, debris, appliances abandoned on private property, derelict vehicles and vehicles being used for storage, and that the property come into compliance within your prescribed time, or face fines and fees, or fines, I'm sorry, um, at the maximum allowable for
Okay,
Florida statute.
the vehicles that are depicted on the photographs, are those operable?
The one that has the car cover over it, that is the one that is inoperable.
Okay. Is it properly licensed?
It is not, it doesn't have a license plate on it.
So you were asking for a violation. Do you want, are you asking for any fees or costs associated with the initial violation?
No, sir.
Um, How long do you want to give him to come into compliance?
The city would like to see this cleaned up within 30 days.
30 days?
Yes, sir.
I think that's reasonable. If he does not come into compliance within the 30-day period, are you seeking a per day fine for his violations?
Yes.
How much?
The maximum allowable by Florida statute, which escapes me.
Okay.
Could not find that actual fee on in the statute there.
And you're not asking for any other fees or costs associated with this claim?
No, sir. The city believes it'll be a hardship on Mr. McLean if we add any more fines or fees onto that.
Okay. I'm going to hold Mr. McLean in violation at 265 Argyle Court. I'm going to give him 30 days to come into compliance. And if he does not come into compliance within the 30-day period, I am going to fine him $150 per day for each day he remains in noncompliance after the 30-day period. Since the city is not asking for any other costs or fees, I'm not going to award any other costs or fees, although I believe the cities may be entitled to those if they ask for them. So it'll just be a 30-day deadline with $150 a day. After that, if he fails to come into compliance.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, next case is, you want to go with El Paso?
Yes, sir.
Is that a business?
Yes, sir. The city has made multiple attempts to contact El Paso to pay their business tax receipt. So at this time, I would like to present the entire packet that was issued to you and issued to El Paso into evidence.
Okay, submitted. I don't see that in, I've got two that say 419 Page Bacon Road, but I don't have one that says 480 Mary Esther Boulevard.
Let me grab that for you. I did the same thing too. I apologize for that.
You may have sent it to, let me see the packet that you sent me yesterday or the day before.
Would you grab this off the printer for me?
Yeah, well, he's doing that. You want to move on to a different one?
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry about that.
Right. So it's All American Quick Shop? Quick
Yes, sir.
Stop?
Yeah, that one would work.
Okay.
They've paid. What's the other one? Okay.
They're not registered either.
All right then.
What's going on with the All American Quick Stop?
So the property located at 100 West Miracle Strip, All American Quick Stop, has not paid their business tax receipt. At this time, I would like to present that packet into evidence for that address.
Okay, it's admitted.
All right. So Ms. Wright has sent numerous violation notices to the business for the business tax receipt. At that time, each business, it goes to their home and it also goes, the home address listed, and it also goes to the actual store address, the violation address. Um, As it's been sent to them, they have been in to pay their water bill, and they've also, so when they've been in to pay their water bill, Ms. Wright will let them know that their business tax receipt is delinquent. So it's been verbally and issued to them, the paperwork for their business tax receipt for being delinquent. So they've been notified in numerous different ways, and they still have not yet obtained that business tax receipt. Upon further investigation, it was observed that 100 Mary Esther Boulevard, or sorry, 100 West Miracle Strip Parkway um, also has changed names as a business. So at this time, that violation address does not have a business tax receipt and has not even applied for it. So uh, since October 1 of 2025, I'm sorry, yeah, that's right, correct. October 1, 2025? Yes. They've been delinquent since October 1 of 2025, so an entire, to today. So they have not paid that business tax receipt, and they have not been in. The city's asking that the property be found in violation and that they obtain their city business tax receipt within 30 days, or further action may be taken, like a stop work order for the property.
All right, let me get this straight. Um, You, your, your case indicates that All American Quick Stop is the respondent, correct?
That's correct.
Are they operating a business at that location right now?
They are, they're in the middle of changing their name, actually, from All American Quick Stop to what they are now.
What are they now?
They have not decided a new name, so they're just operating out of that
Same
building.
location?
Yes,
In the same manner?
yes,
And it's the same owner?
yes.
So when was the last time that All American Quick Stop paid for their business tax?
The fiscal year of 2023 to 2024. They have not paid their 2025 to 2026.
Okay. When was their 2026 due?
So the 2025 runs into 2026, and that was due on September 30th of 2025. On October 1 of 2025, you become delinquent at that time.
Okay. So but they haven't, they didn't pay by October 1st, 2024 either. Is that what you're telling me? Or are you even asking for that?
No, they did pay in 2024. They
Okay.
paid November 13th of 2024.
Okay. So they were good up through September of 2025. They were delinquent as of October 1st, 2025.
That's correct.
And they remain delinquent to date.
Yes, sir.
How much did they owe at that time in October of 2025?
So we can't determine that because it goes off of their gross sales, and they have not submitted that paperwork.
When are they required to submit that paperwork to you?
They're required to submit that paperwork along with their payment when it's due at that time.
So they're required to calculate what their business tax is and pay that?
So what'll happen is they'll bring their gross sales in, and Ms. Wright will take a look at their gross sales, and she will make that determination on how much that's due.
Okay.
on that calculation.
Out of curiosity, what did they pay the year before?
What was that receipt fee? $7.71. It was a total of three.
Actually, that's
Oh, okay, that's the fee.
25 because they said.
Okay. So they were a new business in 2024, so because we don't have any gross sales to go off of, it was only $25 to start. And then that upon receiving gross sales for the next year, it would go off of that gross sales. So everybody, when you're in your first year, you pay $25 because there's no sales to go off of.
Okay. So, if they were to come in today and pay the business tax, what period of time would you be looking at to determine their gross sales? Calendar year 2024?
Yes, the, I'm sorry. It's based on their income tax filed for 2024.
So whatever your gross sales are for 2024 will dictate what you pay in business tax October, or, well, before October 1st of 2025.
That's correct.
But you indicated that they're a new business in 2024.
Yes.
So how would,
Well, if they had any, whatever their sales were by the end of that year, then that will be what we would base it on.
okay. They've never come in and told you how much money they grossed in sales.
No, sir.
So, in terms of my order, you're requesting that they come in and show their sales for the calendar year 2024 and pay the business tax based upon that amount
Yes.
within 30 days? I mean, they're supposed to come in with their documentation and pay within 30 days?
Yes.
And you're requesting that if they do not do that, that you want the order to read that they cease operating?
Yes, yes, sir. Cease operations, cease all business activity until that is obtained.
And if they don't?
Then maximum fines to $150 a day.
I'm gonna have to look and see if I have the authority to,
Cease and desist them.
yeah, to force them not to work or stop them from operating their business.
Okay.
Feel like I do. I feel like if I signed that into order, you may have to get a county judge to come in and enter an injunction or something of that nature to actually stop them from working or from operating, I mean.
Would you like me to look into that, Bruce, and contact you as well?
Yeah, it'd be awesome. If you-
Okay,
if
yeah,
you
I can look into that.
Uh,
That's not a problem.
Because I'm not sure a fine would do any good.
It probably wouldn't, because if they're not paying their business tax receipt, why would they come in and pay the fine?
Yeah, I'm gonna order the fine just in case they don't comply within the 30 days, but I would rather have the ability myself or the city through the other court system to actually cause them to stop operating their business if they're not gonna pay their tax.
This city agrees with that
Okay.
statement.
All right, so it'll be compliance within 30 days. And if they do that, you don't want any other fees or costs associated with that.
No, sir. The city believes that that's going to be just fine.
Okay. So come into compliance within 30 days, which would mean bringing the 2024 tax or gross receipts in, pay the taxes owed, and then everything be fine. If they don't do that, then I'm going to say they will have to cease and desist pending further review of my authority. And if they fail to stop doing business, I'm going to order them to pay $250 per day. We'll just have to do a little bit of research on an order from me as a city magistrate regarding the cessation of business activities.
Yes, sir. The city will look into it as well, and we'll work with you, try to figure that out.
All right, great, thank you. All right, the next case is, you want to do El Paso now? You got El Paso?
This is for the property of 480 Mary Esther Boulevard, El Paso, Mary Esther. The city would like to enter the entire packet set before you as evidence.
So entered.
All right. The delinquent business tax receipt has been an issue for El Paso every year for the past, I don't know, since I've been here. We would like to see El Paso be a little bit more on time. They have paid for their business tax receipt at this time. But just to give you a record, the city sent a notice for a delinquent tax receipt on November 17th. We sent one on December 5th of 2025. We sent one on February 2nd of 2026. We also sent one on February 19th of 2026. So El Paso has had numerous attempts to collect on this delinquent business tax receipt. The city's tried to talk with them and let them know every time they come in to pay their water bill. This continues to be an issue, so the city would like to see, even though they've paid their business tax receipt, the city would like to see them found in violation so that they can be found as a repeat violator if they continue to do so.
When did they actually pay?
You have that receipt.
Yes, it was March the 3rd.
On a tax receipt that was due back in September of the previous year?
Yes, sir.
Is there any late fee or fine associated with that payment?
It was $300 in penalties.
And they paid that?
Yes.
Do they pay that every year? I mean, you indicate that this has been a long-standing problem. Do they pay a penalty or late fee every year?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. All right. Is the only thing you're asking for is a finding that they were in violation?
Yes, sir, because they have paid any fines for late fees and everything. We just would like to have them in violation so that the city can move to citations for them
Okay.
for being a repeat
Uh,
violator.
I'll enter an order holding them, or determining that they were in violation of city code by failing to timely pay their business tax receipts. In order, no fees or costs associated with that, but it will be a declaration that they were in violation, and if they're in violation again, then they will be a repeat offender. Is that all you needed on that one?
Yes, sir.
All American Heroes.
Yes, sir. The city would like to enter into evidence the entire packet set before you
So entered.
for the property of 419 Page Bacon, All American Heroes.
So entered.
So All American Heroes has paid their business tax receipt. It's pretty much the same as the last case. we would just like to see them found in, held in violation, for, the business tax receipt.
Do they have a history of late payment as well?
This was their first year, right?
Yes.
Okay,
We just, the city feels like this might be an ongoing problem as the owner does not live in the state. So we are seeking that they are, found in violation so that this way the city has recourse in order to, um, hold them accountable for the business tax receipt payment.
when did they actually come in and pay?
I'm sorry, bear with me just a moment.
Sure.
My receipt's out in the other room.
And Bruce, just to let you know, we did ask for a forwarding address for All American Heroes since he does not live in the city.
Uh-huh,
At that time, Mr. Pat refused to give us a forwarding address.
okay.
He did pay on February 26th with penalties.
Just a few days ago, last week, I guess.
Yes, and he did give me a current mailing address.
Is that, where is that? Is that in the state of Florida or somewhere else?
No, it's in California.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna rule that there is a violation for failure to timely pay their business tax. So I'm gonna hold them in violation, but require them to not pay any additional fees or costs associated with their failure to pay on time.
Thank you.
Last one is Power Nutrition.
Yes, sir. City would like to enter into evidence the delinquent business tax receipts and the notice of hearing for Power Nutrition, 251 Mary Esther Boulevard.
So admitted.
All right. So as submitted into evidence, the business tax receipt has been paid, correct?
That is correct. He
Okay.
paid on February 26th.
The city would just like to find Power Nutrition Florida LLC in violation for, just so that we can hold them accountable for paying the
Did
business
they-
tax receipt.
Did they offer any explanation why they didn't timely pay it?
He did not. I personally talked with him, did some code advisements with him. He did not seem to understand the fact that he has to pay this in a timely manner.
Yeah, it seems a little disheartening for somebody to not pay their tax bill until they get a notice of hearing, or they get, you have to escalate the issue before they do what they were supposed to do back in, September of the prior year.
And that's why we've been bringing a lot of these business tax receipts to you, because this has been a real problem for many years now. We're trying to nip it in the bud, so to speak.
Okay.
So approximately four notices were sent to Power Nutrition for payment. All notices were ignored. So the city is just seeking that you find Power Nutrition Florida LLC in violation for delinquent. However, like I said, they did pay. We just want to be able to hold them accountable.
Okay. I will find them in violation for failure to timely pay their tax receipt, and order no additional fees and costs for them to pay, but they will be in violation and will be a repeat offender if they let it happen again.
Thank you.
All right, is that it?
That's it.
All right, we are